guys, this is one I'm excited about. We've got the Kewaunee Inn, which is formerly the Karsten Inn. I know Matt and I have talked about that one before. In Kewaunee, Wisconsin. It's going to be an interesting place. About early mid-1800s or so, about 1850, 1858 or so, they built a hotel on this property. That facility itself burned down to the ground. Fortunately, nobody was hurt or injured or anything during that situation. William Karsten, who was a sort of a sailor captain as well as a brewer, he ended up building this hotel from the ground up again. He resided on the property. In addition, it's also believed he died on the property as well too. The second floor was where he resided. There's a lot of different activity going on. With regards to the actual entities in there that are believed to be there, the first one is a gal named Agatha, who was actually not only a resident in there, but she also worked for the hotel. Back when she was in her young, early 20s, she was sexually assaulted by a drunk neighbor, and as a result of that, ended up getting pregnant. So she needed to find work, so she did get a job at the hotel, working to help, pay the bills, so to speak. But she's believed to be up there in that room that she, on the third floor where she did reside. She's there, and she does not like men.
Nice.
especially labor men. Doesn't like drinking either, which probably ties into the fact of the drunken man who was a laborer who attacked her. But we're going to try to provoke a little bit. In addition, William Karsten Sr., the guy who built the building, he's believed to be in there as well, to his ghost.
Now, do we know if Agatha's ghost argues with Karsten's ghost, since he's a man who drinks? Do they have ghost fights?
I actually read that Agatha was in love with Karsten and it wasn't returned.
Yes. She actually fell in love with him while she worked there on the property, but he, being married and eventually widowed himself, didn't have much of a care for her, and which could there again bring more, energy into the situation.
There's another reason she's hanging around.
Yeah.
Hook up in the afterlife.
It's kind of creepy in more ways than one, but yes.
Yeah.
And
Just not a romantic, are you?
But it gets him less romantic when his grandson, William Karsten III, still hangs around too.
If this cellar's a knockin', don't come a... Or no, wait. If this cellar's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. Something like that.
Anyways, where were we? No, his grandson, William Karsten III as well, is said to be in there, loves the second floor where his grandfather resided. One of the things too, we have 3 stories plus a basement. The advantages of having the 3 in the basement is we can separate ourselves apart by a floor, so we don't wind up contaminating each other, and keep that noise down to a minimum. And we're going to want to keep somebody on the 2nd and 3rd floor at some point almost the entire time. Right. Just because that's where a lot of the activity is with Agatha on the 3rd floor, and then the Karstens family, they're on the 2nd floor as well. From Nathan, who's the manager over there, he's going to give us a tour of the facility, and we'll see how we can space it out once we, you and I go through. We can kind of take some notes down and see how we can situate it to be as far apart from each other.
Very good.
And not to get you guys any more excited, but dinner at the Kewaunee Inn tonight.
Right.
So
excellent.
We're getting the full spread tonight, so they're going to set us up with that as well too. So
As I keep reading on the internet, they have very good food.
Yes, nothing like a good carbo cram before you investigate it. So. All right.
We are all set.
Let's go.
Of settlers, and it was believed Kewaunee would soon rival Chicago. But it was wood, not gold, that fueled the city's growth. At the time, the Erickson Hotel stood where the Kewaunee Inn stands today. The hotel burned down in February 1912, but Captain Karsten rebuilt the luxurious 3-story brick hotel. It was renamed the Hotel Karsten and offered 52 rooms for rent. The dining room could feed 90 people at once. The bar had its own entrance and was located on the ground floor. In 2008, the hotel came under new management and was renamed the Kewaunee Inn in Hamachek Village.
All right, guys, we got our room.
All right.
Set up our base camp there. 2nd floor. 207. That's right. Justin. This way. 207.
Sorry.
All right, guys, we are Karsten Kewaunee Inn. What I need you guys to do, Matt and I, we're going to go take the tour with Nathan. He's with the general manager here at the inn. He's going to give us a tour of the place. You guys, if you want to start on the 3rd and 2nd floor, we're on the 2nd floor now, just get the baseline readings. And we're going to go downstairs. We'll do it to the first level in the basement with him first. And we'll start doing the tour, learn a little bit more about the property while you guys start on the baseline readings. And we'll meet up and we'll switch about halfway through the tour and set it up that way, all right? All right, guys, get started. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.
All right. Ready? All right. So we're here today, Kewaunee Inn. You are?
I'm Nathan Gonzalez. I'm the general manager.
All right. We want to hoping you give us a tour of the actual inn itself right now, and just show us around some of the high activity areas in the building, and give us the grand tour, I guess, of the hotel. So
That shouldn't be a problem. I got a few locations for you guys.
where do you want to head first?
Let's go ahead and head down to the basement.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Okay, so this is our basement.
This basement was built in 1865, and so it's got a lot of history, and it seems like this has the most energy that people report. I mean, we've had a lot of people that will come down here and report that they get nauseous and they feel very unsettled. Most of our staff won't come over here. They won't cross this threshold.
Somebody was coming down to the basement, and they stopped. It was completely dark in here. Right at the end of the hall, they saw what they thought was an orb. It crossed the path where they normally walk, went behind a pillar, and then came back, and right in front of him, it exploded. On this side, this is William Carson's side. He originally had 205 through 210. A lot of activities happened on this floor as far as William's actually been heard here, and a lot of Billy activities happened here. Okay. So you'll hear him pitter-pattering running down the hall. You'll actually hear balls, like a bouncy ball or a tennis ball, be bounced in the hallway. And there's nobody in here. This is actually a true picture of Billy.
There was a story I heard about a child who played
With Billy?
with Billy.
Yes, that happened on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor, and that's the picture that they looked at and realized that's the little kid they were playing with.
Yep. Kind of creepy. So here on the 3rd floor, there's been numerous voices heard. More pitter-patter of the feet. One of the first times that my wife and I stayed here, we actually stayed in one of the rooms right across from Agatha. And about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we started hearing voices. I get up out of bed, open up the door, no one's there. So, for the most part, that's about it here. I can take you into Agatha's room, and I got a story there for you. All right. Okay. So this is room 310. This was the room given to Agatha. She was raped as a teenager. She had to actually give up her daughter to her family. She does not like men per se stay in her room. She pretty much annoys us by disturbing things and messing up different linens, towels, stuff like that. Otherwise, she's normally pretty quiet. So she's a good spirit to have here.
So she still kind of almost take care of the place in some respects?
I think she does. She's said hi. She's asked us what we're doing. And just continually feel like she's standing over us, watching us, learning.
Is she heard in this room quite often?
Yes, she has been heard in this room. She's actually turned on the alarm clock to wake up somebody that has said that they forgot to set the alarm, but it magically went off when they needed it to. So, one couple stayed in here, a younger couple, and they actually felt her sit at the end of the bed. Everyone who stays in 310 knows it's Agatha's room.
Yeah. All right. Is that pretty well it for this floor then?
This is pretty much it for this floor.
All right.
All right. Cool. We'll continue finding some more stuff.
I think that's a good sign.
Yes.
Good eventful evening.
I'm getting readings on the carbon monoxide meter of about 2 to 3 parts per million, sometimes up to 4. That's still very low.
What this does is detect any electromagnetic disturbances, which can cause people to have the hallucination that they're seeing spirits. By the way, we're getting this whole entire room. So there are 25 everywhere.
In the middle of the room?
In the middle of the room.
Set out easy in there, so we're going to take EMF readings, and this might be a good place to use the seal meter.
All right, we're on it.
And by
There's 3 spirits that people say do haunt the building itself. The first one is a former housekeeper. Her name is Agatha, and she does not like men, especially labor men who work and do labor. So we're going to try going in, if you want to call it in costume or in character, and going in and trying to rekindle her animosity towards that type of a situation. We're in here. You see these couple of green lights. If you come over by these lights, we can maybe talk with you or try to communicate with you and relay a message out to somebody. So you see, if you come close to them, they're gonna light up for us, and we'll know you're here. If you're here with us, can you walk over by these meters or these objects laying on the bed by the tools, and let them light up so we know you're here as a yes, I'm here.
Do you need me to get out of your way? I'll get over on this side of the bed. That way you can get around us. If we ask you questions, I need you to wave your hand in front of these lights. If you do it once, that's yes. If you wave your hand in front of them twice, that's no. Is there another spirit in this room with us?
Can you come over by the tools again? Can you make some noise? Those wrenches can make some rattling noise and tell us you're here. Can you rattle the wrenches?
You're running out of time. We're not going to be here much longer.
Did you scratch somebody here in this room? 3 or 4 scratches down his back? Did you do that? I heard you did.
That's right. I bet you can't do that again to Kurt over there.
I'm the worker guy. I'm the laborer. I'm the construction guy. I brought my tools.
And he's drunk.
Oh, excuse me. You tell I'm walking kind of goofy.
I understand he's quite the womanizer as well.